to Bob Harris Enterprises. Brandon Manhart here. I want to talk a little bit of mid-season maintenance. It's July. A lot of the big specials are coming up. So just kind of go through some of the stuff that we go through when we get cars in here to scale or we're doing a repair. The biggest thing is check your rear end. If you got hit in the wheel or whatever, hit the wall, just put toe plates on it, check it, or if you have a rod, put it through, take it on jack stands, roll it. Stock car guys, check your bushings, make sure your trailing arms aren't bent and they don't rock on the table. They're nice and straight. Mod and sport mod guys, check all your hinds, make sure they're not loose, they're nice and tight. Your rods ain't bent. Pull bars and bird cages. We normally go 20 nights on pull bars. You can send it back, we dyno it, and put new bushings and spring in it. Make sure it's all up to snuff. The cages, make sure unhook your bars. Make sure it rotates nice and free. If it don't, you might need to put a new bearing in it or take it off and clean up the tube. Make sure your Heim spacers are all nice and good and you don't have any bent plates, like on the sport mod stuff. Going to the front, make sure your lowers are straight. Take them off the car, put them on a flat surface. From the ball joint, from the end of the lower down on the ground. The mod you're at 5 1/8, and the stock cars you're at 1 7/8. All your ball joints, take them out. I like to clean in all the grease and grease them so you have fresh grease. Visually look at it, make sure there's no dings, nicks, and it's straight. Your upper and lower ball joints, take it apart, clean all the grease out of it, check your Heims. Same deal with your tie rods, both your mods and sport mods and stock car stuff. Make sure it's nice and straight, you don't have any bent tie rods. These are all nice and greased, straight. Make sure there's nothing bent. If you have one of these, just make sure it doesn't unroll or roll up some more to change the tie rod length. And check your center links, mods. Center 24. Stock cars 21 7/8 center. We like to use this Weir's lower and center link checker. It's made for stock cars and mods. So you just slide it right on, and this is a brand new. So then you just throw it on, and it slides in, and it's straight. Spindles are really overlooked. Make sure the steering arms, there's no gap in between the spindle center and your steering arm. If it is, your steering arm is tweaked, bent. So replace that. Make sure the brake bracket, I like to measure off the rotor to the brake bracket on top and bottom. Make sure that's not tweaked. And then we'd like to use this spindle checker. Nice little spindle checker. Just screw it on your upper ball joint. You can see it comes down and hits the center of the lower ball joint. Shocks, on your hobby stock, make sure your bushing is all good. Make sure it's not leaking out of the bottom here or the seal. Get it to us and we'll get it all serviced up. Make sure there's no dings and nicks on your shaft. Same thing on the sport mod and mod guys. Make sure your Heims, your ball's all nice and free. Your lower Heim's all good, and make sure there's no dings and nicks in the shaft. If it is, it tears up the seal, and then you have a leak shock. You can go check us out on Race Tech Info on YouTube, or you can go to racetechinfo.com to watch videos. We have winter maintenance videos, or videos that we've done over the last 3-4 years. We have available our classes, our stock car and hobby stock, and then our mod and sport mod or 4-link and 2-link school class. Either you could buy it online for a year, or you could buy a USB. We can ship it to you, and you could have it for a lifetime. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to give us a call, 515-292-9200. We have a full showroom of parts if you need anything. Thank you.